All right, we are back. Last segment. We're going to rip through the AFC. Let's face it, there's really only two teams in the AFC. So, yeah. But we'll go through it because that's what we do here. We're professionals. Today's broadcast brought to you by Eat24.com. Put your zip code in your phone app. Eat24 will find a restaurant near you that'll make a delivery to your front door. It's like having a food truck in your pants. Joining me on the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline, please welcome back to the show, Cowboy Nate.
Is that food truck in your pants?
yeah, that's what they say. It's written down. I got to read it on this thing.
Right.
I think it's pretty snappy.
Okay, it doesn't sound very appealing to me, but whatever.
I mean, just imagine a pair of pants.
As long as you don't mind gnawing on a pube every now and again.
Yeah, well, just imagine that food truck being an old 1987 Datsun pickup truck with a camper back that opens up on the side, and you got tacos that were made probably that week sometime.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
That's about it.
And you throw in your pants part, and automatically brings a connotation of a pube floating around, but whatever.
Which may or may not happen.
Yeah, can you hold the cilantro, give me extra cubes? Thank you.
That's real quick. AFC East, New England Patriots.
All right, sorry, I mean to stomp on your sponsor.
No.
I apologize.
No.
Yeah, okay, so where are we at in the AFC East?
AFC East, New England.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Okay, we're not even going to spend any time there because the other teams in the NFC East, just in case you people don't know, which everybody should know, is Buffalo, Miami, and New York Jets. Moving on.
Yeah, where are we going next?
AFC West. And this one,
that's Denver.
It's Denver, but it's Denver's to lose, and I think right snipping at their heels is Kansas City.
No, Kansas City has a down year this year. That's my prediction. Actually, when you got a choice between the Chargers and Kansas City, I guess you go with Kansas City.
I got to go with Kansas City, man. Just
you
because
take
of their
Kansas City over Denver?
No. Denver with Kansas City is going to be right there in the. Actually, I got Kansas City as my wild card.
Yeah, I'm conflicted on that one.
Yeah, I got Kansas City on my wild card, even with a strong AFC North, which they are.
Yeah,
and the AFC North also has my dark horse. So let's say that one.
Damn it, here we go with the dark horse again.
That's
Let me give you my 7 picks, and my dark horse, which counts as 8, 9, and 10.
Let's pass over the North because that's really the strongest division in the AFC. We'll go to the South. Of course, that belongs to Indianapolis.
Yep, that's Indy.
Yep. So far we got New England, Denver, and Indy. So we're all in agreement.
Yeah, I got New England, Denver, and Indy.
And we go to the North.
I'm going Cincy. I'm going Cincinnati on this one.
Really?
Yeah, I am. I know Baltimore's supposed to be better. Cleveland sucks. Their best receiver suspended all year. Pittsburgh.
I guess he should have punched his wife.
Yeah, he only got 2 games for that.
2 games for that.
Well, but then he would have been forced to go to Oakland too, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
No, you get 2 games for that.
2 games.
Smoke weed. Yeah, okay, you're out for the season.
Yeah.
Punch your wife, knock her out, drag her back into an elevator. 2 games. Yeah, we'll call that. I think that sounds good.
Yeah, 2 games. Yeah.
2 games for fun. You only got caught once.
Smoke a joint and go attack pizza at 7-Eleven. Now you're out for a season, buddy.
Yeah, you're out.
God,
yeah.
That is so stupid. Why don't I just make that shit legal and be done with it?
Yeah, I ain't jumping on that boat with you, but it's disproportionate penalty.
Okay, in all the years that you and I have done what we've done, how many times have you fought somebody high in marijuana? Not once. Neither me. Neither have I. How many times have we fought somebody drunk?
Oh, yeah, frequent.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tax the crap out of it. Maybe Hutto can put that into their cash crop, and my property taxes will go down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to stay out of that conversation.
Well, I can jump right into that conversation.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm going to go slowly back away.
Yeah, since apparently we can't get Tesla. Anyway, moving on. So the North, I've got the Ravens in the North.
Oh, you got Baltimore, huh?
Yep. Who did you have? Cincy.
I got Cincy.
And I had to flip a coin. But my dark horse is Cleveland. I don't know. There's just something.
All right, is Cleveland a freaking wild card, or is that your dark horse?
That's my that's my wild card. I think Cleveland's going to be my dark horse wild card. I think they're gonna. I don't know. I think they're going to come out 0-3. They're going to get that bye week. I think Johnny Football is going to pull his head out of his ass, and something's going to happen, and that team's just going to come from out of nowhere. And I think they're going to. They needed somebody. Everybody was complaining about the whole Manziel flipping off the Redskins, but you know what? It's football. It's football.
Yeah.
It's about time somebody in Cleveland cared enough about their team and themselves to say, hey, screw you, buddy.
Hey,
stop pushing us around.
Owner was flipping people off.
Yeah.
Why can't the quarterback do it? You got owners doing it?
Absolutely. And I think with all the shenanigans, which may or may not be blown up in the press, I don't know. I don't think it's as bad as what people are making it out to be. Because I'm just not buying into the propaganda stuff like anything. It's sensationalized, obviously. Gain readership or whatever the reason is. The kid's no slouch. If he can get a mentor, somebody to grab him by the short hairs and say, look, buddy, you're in the big leagues now. You have a team. You're the quarterback. You got to lead these guys. I mean, he led Texas A&M. I mean, I have it from an inside source that he was a good leader. I mean, he showed up. He did his job. Now, when it wasn't within the boundaries of the team, he's out there, crashing frat parties.
Well, of course. Well,
but
it kills me. You look at what he was doing. He was just doing what a lot of 19, 20, 21 year young men do away from home. Only he was on a bigger stage with the spotlight.
Yep, and that's really the big difference. And from my experience, there wasn't a whole lot of people on the roster at UT that could point a finger. Because they're, when I'm rolling around my area, and I work the east side of Austin. When I'm rolling around the east side of Austin, and there's a Escalade, and I pull it over, and it's, we're making a call to Mac Brown. That's, you know what I'm saying? You're calling a supervisor because we got to handle the special. It's like, what the hell are you doing over here? Jesus, you played for the God. Oh, I used to get angry. But I got you got Cincinnati. I got the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to have a good year.
All right. Well, one more wild card from you.
See, I had Cleveland and the Chiefs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs and the Texans.
What? You think I'm crazy?
Yeah, surprised me too. God, dude, I like their defense. Plus, everybody else kind of sucks.
In the AFC, they suck, but look at their schedule. Holy crap. They start out with Washington, who's a 500 team, maybe a little less, but they're still going to be tough. They're gonna win Oakland. Then they got the Giants. Then Buffalo, which they're about par with Buffalo. Then they play Dallas, and even though I'm not a real huge Dallas fan, they don't suck as bad as the Texans. But that's an in-state rivalry game.
Yeah, it's not really a rivalry though.
So that's kind of but to the Texans it is, and that's what's important. I mean, to Big Brother, it's not, but to Little Brother, to beat Big Brother, what was that? What was that? Their inaugural year. Their inaugural year.
Never worried about it.
Yeah, what was that inaugural year? I don't care if we go 1-15, just win this one, and they did. They beat the Cowboys coming out the gate. So, I still have to tip my hat kind of to Dallas because Texans are just so horrible. Then they play Indianapolis.
Well, they're not giving away the ball 4 times a game. I don't see them giving away the ball 4 times a game.
Yeah, Schaub's not there anymore, so yeah.
Yeah.
Still, they don't. Their line's not that great. They don't have a running game.
No, they do have a running game.
Ooh.
They just nobody trusted it. What's that kid Tate? Tate, another one too.
Yeah, but he's not Barry Sanders. He needs somebody opening holes for him, and they don't got it.
Yeah.
They ain't got it. I mean, they're a couple years away. Don't get me wrong. I think they got the new coach in there. I think he's going to get things righted. But this ain't the year, because then they go up again after Dallas. It's Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Cincinnati, and Indianapolis, and in the next 6 out of the next 10 games, and then they close out with Baltimore, and they might squeak a win out against Jacksonville. And Jacksonville, I haven't said anything about them, and.
But they're your other dark horse team?
Really on paper they suck, but I would not be surprised, and I'm not going to put my name on it but at the end of the season, if you look back and say, God, where the hell did that Jacksonville team come from? They've got the parts, they just don't have it together yet.
Yeah.
I'm giving them 2 years, and they're going to be a force.
Yeah, I'm not buying that at all. But as I'm going through the AFC, I'm looking at teams who I would think we could, Buffalo, you excited? Miami?
No.
Jets? No. Baltimore? Maybe. Cincinnati? I like them. Cleveland? Best receivers out. Rookie quarterback. Pittsburgh Steelers? Maybe.
Solid.
Maybe. They weren't very solid last year. And they didn't have a bunch of pieces that were missing. They just didn't play worth a shit.
No, and they didn't lose by much either.
Jacksonville, Tennessee, and then I already got 2 from the West, and I don't see 3 teams coming out of the West. San Diego just chokes.
Well, in Oakland,
really, I guess my choices are between Baltimore and Houston. You about got me convinced of the Houston thing, but.
They're not that good, dude.
It's really hard for me to go with Baltimore, but I'm switching it up and going Baltimore.
The only team worse than the Houston Texans is the San Antonio Raiders. Oh, I'm sorry, too soon?
Oh, God, that'd be...
That would be awesome. That would be awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm really mixed on that one, because that would be so close I could go to the games and wouldn't be a major pain in the ass inconvenience, but
then
you're watching the Raiders.
Yeah, but it's still, you're right. It's close. It's close and it's affordable because San Antonio Stadium is a nice stadium. I don't know if you've ever been to the San Antonio stadium. It's not bad. It's not
Jerry's house.
It's not Jerry's house, but there's not a bad seat in there. I mean, every seat is a good one. There's room to sit down, which. The last time I went to Reliance Stadium, I mean, they packed those seats in there to get everybody in. For, guys like you and me, it's like, fuck that, I'm going to stand up in the back because there's no way I fit in that damn seat. I got to take my wallet out.
Squeeze myself in and then take my elbow room on the other side.
Exactly.
You're doing it wrong. Guys our size are allowed to get away with that shit because it's going to say
We're getting to know everybody real good. But it's indoors. It's air conditioned. I went to see the Nebraska Texas A&M game 6 years ago now. The Big 12 championship with my dad, and it was just it's a nice stadium. It's not a bad stadium. So if the Raiders make that move, I think San Antonio needs it. Well, they need a damn team. I mean, the place is hungry for a team. They've already got a championship basketball team. They need a football team.
Yeah, God, I don't know, man. But it'd be the Raiders. It's a hang-up for me, dude.
Well, I know. Well, you're from that area. Weren't you a Raiders fan at one time?
They were kind of the... you've got your... This is my team, which is, for me, since I'm 5 years old. Or really since the catch, when...